The image of Congress leader Shashi Tharoor MP as a statesman politician and a problem-solving diplomat has strengthened or vastly improved after a team of Indian MPs led by Mr. Shashi Tharoor succeeded in conveying India's message to several countries in the world about the necessity of Operation Sindoor. Mr. Shashi Tharoor and his team made tangible results. So that makes his victory or diplomatic win more important and unquestionable. They were able to convince Colombian government, which had earlier supported Pakistan version, and in fact Colombia rescinded. They made a public statement also. Mr. Shashi Tharoor conveyed the message of India to the leading members of the US Congress, and some of the members of the US Congress have publicly expressed their position in the recent India-Pakistan war. So Shashi Tharoor has emerged more powerful after his diplomatic outreach. Of course, India's diplomatic offensive against Pakistan has also succeeded. Mr. Tharoor has been able to work in unison with his team members and has been able to make the maximum out of the strengths of his team members and utilize their network in different countries. So he has really performed wonderfully, no doubt about that. Except his own party leaders, everybody else has showered praises on Shashi Tharoor and his team. Let's go deep into the details of the diplomatic drive and the success of Mr. Shashi Tharoor and his team. Welcome to Insights. I am Harikumar. As I said earlier, Shashi Tharoor's diplomatic drive started from United States. Now, at present, when I am speaking this, he is on the second leg of his US visit. Now, he has met powerful members of the US Senate, US Congress, including members of the India caucus. And many of the US congressmen have come out in open support for India after interaction with the Indian team. And that is quite a remarkable achievement for India. Mr. Shashi Tharoor and his team made it a point to brief to members of India caucus and convince them. This is one of the, it could be one of the milestones in a diplomatic offensive carried out by India at any point of time, even in the past, if you consider past such missions. One notable diplomatic victory was in Colombia, where the government earlier, supported Pakistan's version. And after the visit of Shashi Tharoor-led team, they rescinded it. This is a wonderful achievement, really. Earlier, the Colombian government believed in the version of Pakistan that India's Operation Sindoor and the bombings and missile attack on terrorist camps in Pakistan were actually against innocent people. So the Colombian government was misled earlier. But after briefing and explanation by Shashi Tharoor and his team, the Colombian government reversed their stand in the issue. And they issued a statement publicly, which is very important for India. So this is actually a real diplomatic win. And, Shashi Tharoor, in fact, congratulated his team member, Milind Diora, for using his good offices in Colombia to, push the case of India before Colombia's government and parliamentarians and different political parties. He's a businessman. Mr. Milind Diora is a businessman and he has got very good network in Colombia. So, as a leader, Shashi Tharoor has been able to use the networks, use the strengths of his team members, and put up a joint front there. So, this is the way a real leader works. So, he has proved his leadership skills, statesman like qualities, etc. Then he continued his visit to other South American countries like Brazil, and where he interacted with parliaments, his media. And we need to note that Shashi Tharoor's interactions, all those countries where they visited, got very good media coverage. And the advantage of that is that India's case has been presented before a wider audience. So now the world has come to know about the case of India. That India was just in attacking terrorist camps in Pakistan. Pakistan has been misleading different countries that the attack was against innocent citizens of Pakistan, whereas it was the Pakistani-based terrorists who carried out innocent attack against Indian tourists. Attack against innocent Indian tourists at Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. So Shashi Tharoor and his team were able to convince the world about the truth and the reality of the incident. This is a very important, example. I think India should follow it up. Now, back from those first leg visit, they returned to New Delhi, and again they went to the United States. So it was a hectic tour. The other day, there was a very interesting development in United Nations where Bilawal Bhutto, leader of Pakistan opposition who led a team to the UN to get support for Pakistan, was questioned by a journalist when he said about discrimination against Muslims in India. You need to note that it was actually a foreign journalist who questioned Bilawal Bhutto. So I think these are all the after effects or part of the outcome of a diplomatic drive. Of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi needs to be given credit for giving responsibility to eligible people, irrespective of political difference, to represent India. And Shashi Tharoor was the right person. Unfortunately, it's the Congress which has failed to realize the significance of the development. And needlessly, some of the Congress leaders criticized Shashi Tharoor, criticized him for violating party discipline, etc. And Shashi Tharoor's reply was he doesn't mind criticisms or attacks while he is defending the cause of the country. And another Congress leader, Salman Khurshid, who was a former foreign minister, he has also spoken in the same tune. He said, it seems that it is very difficult to be patriotic in India nowadays. So I feel that Shashi Tharoor has, reconfirmed his image as a patriotic statesman and politician. So I think overall his contributions to the diplomatic offensive of India against Pakistan will be remembered. And I think India needs to take up this or follow up the present diplomatic drive. Earlier, India never, was bothered too much about convincing other countries about India's cause or in the positions being taken by India. For the first time, India has embarked on a diplomatic drive, and it has won also. It has made results. I will update you with more details in the coming days. Till then, goodbye.